Valentine's Day, the day of roses, chocolates, awkward restaurant bookings, and overpriced cards. Have you ever stopped to wonder why we celebrate love on the 14th of February? Who exactly is this Valentine? And how did a day that once involved ancient Roman ritual turn into a global shopping event? Let's start with the obvious question. Who is Valentine? Annoyingly, we're not entirely sure. In fact, there wasn't just one Saint Valentine. There were at least 3 men named Valentine who were martyred by the Roman Empire. The most famous story centers around Saint Valentine of Rome, a priest who lived during the 3rd century under Emperor Claudius II. Claudius believed that single men made better soldiers, so he banned young men from getting married. Valentine, being a romantic rebel, decided this was nonsense and secretly performed weddings anyway. When the emperor found out, Valentine was arrested, imprisoned, and eventually executed. Here's where things get interesting. Valentine was believed to have been executed on February the 14th, around the year 269 AD. So when the Christian church later wanted to honour him, they picked that date. But, and this is very important, the church also had another motive. You see, ancient Rome already celebrated a festival around mid-February called Lupercalia. And Lupercalia was, well, not very romantic. Lupercalia was a fertility festival held on the 15th of February. It involved sacrificing goats and dogs, men running around the city wearing animal skins, and gently whipping women with strips of hide because apparently that was meant to boost fertility. So when Christianity started spreading, the church thought, right, maybe we replace that with something a bit more wholesome. Enter Saint Valentine. In 496 AD, Pope Gelasius officially declared February the 14th as Saint Valentine's Day, effectively rebranding the festival into something more church-friendly. So here's the thing, Valentine's Day wasn't originally romantic at all. For centuries, it was just a religious feast day. The idea of it being about love didn't really take off until the Middle Ages, thanks largely to one man, Geoffrey Chaucer. Yes, the poet. In the 14th century, Chaucer wrote that February the 14th was the day birds chose their mates. Whether that's biologically accurate is questionable, but poetry as a way of convincing people. Soon, Valentine's Day became associated with courtly love, handwritten notes, and secret admirers. By the 1700s, people were exchanging cards. By the 1800s, they were mass-produced. And by the 1900s, well, you know the rest. Let's be honest, modern Valentine's Day is big business. Flowers, chocolates, jewellery, cards. In many ways, it's less about Cupid and more about cash registers. Retailers know exactly what they're doing. Limited edition packaging, heart-shaped everything, and the subtle pressure of, if you don't buy something, do you even care? It's estimated that billions are spent worldwide every year on Valentine's Day. And somewhere along the line, a day about rebellion, sacrifice and poetry became a pink-themed shopping event. Now don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with celebrating. It's lovely to make someone feel special, to remind them that they're appreciated, to say the things we sometimes forget to say. But maybe, just maybe, it shouldn't need a label or a date on the calendar. It shouldn't take one day a year, a box of chocolates, or a receipt to show someone they matter. Because the people we love deserve to feel valued, always. And if you do celebrate Valentine's Day, do it your way, meaningfully, thoughtfully, or even quietly with a takeaway and a good film. After all, that might be the most romantic thing of all.